Welcome back, guys. In the last video we talked about the capitalist revolution, and we actually discussed the innovation trends and how they led us to a permanent technological revolution. So till that we were studying actually the escape or the vertical movement. So we were actually studying the escape of the economy, which was, if you remember the graph, it was something we have studied this graph a lot of times, but it was like this, it was going this, and suddenly it flew. So we're basically studying this time, and we actually studied how it and we will actually study more about it in later in this chapter. But now we are coming towards what Malthus said, and it was this time. This was the time in which we were in a trap, and Malthus believed that we'll stay in this trap. However, we did not. But now we have to know why Malthus said it and why we remained in this trap for so many years. And Malthus was correct for this time, for all these years. And what actually happened, which actually changed what Malthus said. So first of all, we need to know all about what Malthus had to say, and we call it Malthusian economics. It comes from Malthus, and first thing what Malthus said was that there is a diminishing average product of labor. So he said that there is a diminishing average product of labor. You guys don't need to know about diminishing average product of labor right now. I am going to tell you about it. Now, first of all, then we have to make an example to understand this diminishing average product of labor. So I start with an example in which we have a land, and we have land in which there are 1,000 farms. There are 1,000 farms, and there are 1,000 farmers. There one farmer for every farm. So there are 1,000 farmers. So we have labor of 1,000. This is the labor, and we all know that these farms will have some production, and that production will be the yield. And say that the total yield was 80,000, and let's say it was in kg. So 80,000 kg of, say, rice. Just an example, so I'm just saying that 80,000 kg of rice was produced by 1,000 farms. So we will find out the average. Now everybody knows how average would be found out. If we want to know that what was the average amount a farmer produced, one farmer produced. So basically you guys all would know that we just need to divide 80,000 with 1,000 to know what one farmer has actually produced as average, and it has to be 80 kgs per farmer. So this is just the average. But let's think again that I just told you guys that this was the production, and this farmer is the labor. This is labor, and this is average, and this is 80,000 was production. So can we not call this average actually average product of labor? So guys, this is actually what average product of labor is. It's just the average, or we say the mean, of the production per one person, or we say that is labor, and in this case it is a farmer. So it's 80,000, which is the total production, divided by total labor, which is 1,000. So we get 80 kgs per farmer, which is the average product of labor. Now let's say that the population of the farmers increased to 2000 farmers, but the total land remains fixed. And this is what actually happens in this world, that land is fixed. So we say land fixed, and 2000 farmers, because population has increased, population increases, and there are 2000 farmers, so the yield, basically the concept is that the yield will increase because there are more farmers. However, the yield will not increase with the same proportion or the same slope with which it increased with 1000. And the concept comes that with every increasing farmer, the yield will decrease. So what actually happens, that from 80,000, let's say it becomes 140,000, because the total yield will increase, but now we need to find out the average product of labor, which would be just dividing 140,000 kgs with 2000, and that will give us an answer of 70 kgs per farmer. And you can see the average product of labor has fallen. So this fallen thing is the concept of diminishing average product of labor. I am finishing my video here. I am going to talk about this topic in my next video as well, so they are linked. So let's you guys see the next video. Thank you.